Welcome back to the shop, everyone. Mudford here. I can admit when I made a mistake. I definitely made a mistake on this wiring. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of work on the Bronco, just a quick project. For those of you who don't know, this is a 1969 Bronco, all fiberglass. It's kind of our do-everything vehicle. It is a 351 Windsor 5-speed. Right now I got the engine out getting refreshed. We do everything with this. I'll drive it to work sometimes. We take it camping. We use it as a tow behind with our motorhome when we go camping sometimes. I take it in mud bogs, go to Silver Lake, trail ride, off-road parks, pretty much everything. But today I'm going to fix a little problem I created when we started using it as a tow behind. I have a wiring harness run all the way up to the front that plugs into the trailer wiring on my truck, or usually the motorhome. And when you hook that up, then the blinkers and tail lights and brake lights work on the Bronco, but it'll also backfeed power up to the front through the normal brake light wires and tail light wires and all that. So I did another video. I'll put a link at the end of the video and in the description about that video. A few people have watched that, and what I did was I put a connector in. What I did was I wired a connector in right here, and this is the feed. One end of it is the feed coming from the Bronco, and then this is the part going to the rear lights. So if you're going to tow, you'll unhook this and then tow it, and then your tail lights on your vehicle will work just like trailer lights. And then when you get where you're going and unhook it from your tow vehicle, you'll snap this back together, and then it'll be just like normal. And I thought this would work great, and it does. The only problem is I have a little memory problem when it comes to when I get to the campground or wherever we're going. A lot of times I'll just be in a rush to unhook, get the Bronco unhooked and ready to go, and we'll take off down the road, and I'll forget to hook this back up. So when I do that, we have no rear lights, no brake lights, blinkers, running lights, which is not a good situation. So the other option you can do instead of this is, we don't want power to go back up into here. Instead of this connector, we can have a diode in each one of these that will allow power to go this way, but not that way. So that's what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to snip this out and probably shorten it because I don't need this big loop now. And I'm going to wire diodes in with heat shrink connector on them. Okay, I just went through and snipped my wires. Snip this out. I'm going to strip the ends of them, and then I just have to match them up, the colors, and then I have to make sure I have the diode the right way. That's key. Okay, the yellow wire here is the left side blinker and brake light, and I do have the diode in correctly. I'm checking it right now before I crimp it. If it was in backwards, then it wouldn't work. The electricity would not be able to flow that way. So the yellow wire is crimped in and heat shrunk. That's good to go. Completely weather tight. Should last for a lot of years like that. Now I'm testing the brown wire to check that the diode is in the correct direction. The brown wire is the tail lights. Oh my gosh. Nothing like tripping over a full gas can. You can see that tail light, both on. My right side is blinking now. I got everything wired up right, but it seems to be a little dim. I think with the fiberglass body here, I think I have a grounding problem. So I'm going to have to take a look at that, but I have my wiring project done. Okay, so I taped all three of the diodes and the heat shrink connectors together just to make it more rigid, because that's the biggest weakness about those heat shrink connectors is that they can bend and break because they are kind of thin metal. So I taped them all together and then put that protector over them and tape that in place. So hopefully this will last a long time and keep my turn signals working correctly, whether towing or driving.